There are certain things that can be a red flag when buying a house, and I'm going to tell you what to watch out for. When you're buying a house, you can never know 100% what you're getting into, but the goal is to decrease the risk as much as possible. Touring the home, reading the seller's disclosure, getting an inspection, and finding out as much as you can about the history of the home are all ways to decrease the risk factor. There are a few big things to look at that could be red flags when buying a house. They may not be deal breakers, but they are things to consider. My definition of a red flag is something that's going to be quite costly to repair. Very few people want to invest all kinds of money in buying a house and then have to invest more money on things that are necessary but not fun. And most of the red flags can be found during the initial walkthrough. The first red flag for me is the foundation. When I'm walking through a house with clients, I'm always looking for potential foundation issues or signs of potential issues. Cracking around windows and doorways, cracks in the brickwork. I want to know if there's been previous foundation work done and is there a transferable lifetime warranty. I also use an inspector that has additional foundation training, so he'll flag measurement discrepancies, which allows us to call out a foundation company and get a further assessment before the end of the option period. None of this is a guarantee that you won't have foundation issues in the future, but it's a help. Another thing to consider is the roof. You can get a pretty good idea of roof condition from the seller's disclosure and from looking at it. Do the turbines look new? Are there shingles that are falling off or in terrible shape? An inspector will also flag any issues that he sees during the inspection. A roof is something that can mess up closing. A lender can require a new roof to be done before they'll lend funds. However, lender-required repairs aren't mandated, so it's a catch-22. They don't have to be done, but a lender isn't going to lend money unless they are. The good thing is most sellers are also aware of this, and a roof is usually something that gets negotiated. Signs of water damage are another red flag. When I'm walking through a house with clients, I'm often looking up because the ceilings will tell a story about leaking drip pans, overflowing bathtubs, and plumbing issues. Water damage isn't always a problem. It really depends on the situation. Was it a one and done leak that was fixed? Was it remedied correctly? Or has it been a slow leak over time that could possibly be causing further damage? Water leaks just require further information and further investigation. Smells are another thing that need more exploration. If there's a really strong smell in the house, it needs to be figured out. Some smells are really hard to get rid of, and you don't want to have the smell of pet urine or mothballs in your house 12 years down the road. Mothballs can also be a sign that there's been a pest issue, so you really need to figure out what the source of the problem is and why. On the other side, if you've got a strong smell of candles or air fresheners, you might want to investigate a little more as well. Are they trying to mask something or just create a nice scent for visitors? Deferred maintenance is something to take note of as well, because if the simple things aren't done, there's a really good chance the big things aren't done either. Take note of ceiling fans and vents that are covered in dust, dripping faucets, big carpet stains. They can be a hint that you're going to get a pretty long inspection report. There aren't a lot of things that I think need to thwart a deal, but there are things that need further investigation, and that further investigation might mean it's better to walk away. It's really important to do your due diligence during the showings and your inspection period. If you're thinking of buying or selling a house in the DFW Metroplex, I'd love to help. You can find my contact information in the description below.